Welcome to the Metaphysical Manifesting Podcast with intuitive lightworker, national speaker, metaphysical teacher, and best-selling author Lisa Kessler. What is it you want to manifest? Are you looking to increase your income, change careers? Maybe you want to manifest a new home or a new car. Are you ready to bring love into your life? You have come to the right place.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad you're here today. I want to talk about how trust involves taking action. So when we're manifesting, we're putting big trust into the universe that this energy we're sending out will be matched, right? When we send out energy of gratitude and blessings and prosperity and abundance, more of that comes into our lives. It's just like when you meet someone who says, "Oh my gosh, I always win raffles. I have such good luck." And then they win 5 raffle baskets, right? It happens because they have this belief that they always win raffles and the universe just matches that intention. So when we talk about trusting the universe, when we are manifesting, what I'm talking about is taking inspired action. If you've ever listened to Dr. Joe Vitale, he has a great book out called Money Loves Speed. And he talks about how when you get an idea is really kind of an intuition, a whisper from your intuition is kind of the idea. So you get this idea, it comes from somewhere, right? Your intuition is going, this is a good idea. But then doubts and fears creep in. That lizard part of our brain that is afraid of change comes in. It might be whispering, self-doubt, or you don't have the motivation to finish, or you'll never find the money to do that project. Or maybe it's something where you don't feel worthy of it, or you don't feel like you know enough, or why would anyone care because it's from me, right? All of those fears creep in. And when that happens, fear really is a barrier. It's a block to your blessings, because when we take action, that trust has power in it. I always talk to my clients who I work with long-term, who have really invested in themselves, and they always notice a huge change initially. It's shocking. And it really isn't because I have a magic wand, I wish, but what it is they took action on their own behalf simply by committing to being coached. That initial trust where you put money, which we've talked about this before, money is just energy. It's pieces of paper, but we have bestowed upon them that this many hours of energy equals this many pieces of paper, right? So anyway, when you invest in yourself, you're taking all that energy and you're putting it toward yourself. You are telling not only your subconscious, but also the universe that you trust that this is going to work out. You trust that change is coming. And it is normal for all those fears I talked about to start coming up, because change, right? That scary part in our brain is like, oh my God, change. It's afraid of positive and negative change. It's very comfortable with status quo. But that isn't what we came here to do. We didn't incarnate into this life so that we can stay small, right? We incarnated into this life to learn and grow and experience and celebrate. And you can't do that if you refuse to change, right? So here are some thoughts that you could maybe try. So when you are trusting, you're kind of surrendering to the universe. I've talked about it a million times about how we get to decide what we want and why we want it, but the universe decides how it will present and when. So the trust is giving up that how, right? I certainly struggle with it at times. Everyone does, because we're human. That's what we're here to learn. But we want to know how it's going to appear. So let's say that you decide that by the end of the year, you want to have a down payment for a house. If you get all caught in the weeds of figuring out how, well, if I save this much and then if I get a third job and then if I work on my investment app and all this stuff, by the end I'll have it. Well, I can promise by the end you'll be tired, you'll be exhausted. But the thing is, what if the universe had planned that you were going to get a giant windfall from somewhere? But because you are so wrapped up in how this has to happen, those things pass you by. And it's not because you don't deserve them. It's simply because the universe is matching the energy we're giving off. And if we are giving off energy of, I need to do this myself, oh my gosh, how am I going to get this done? And the scarcity and the fear, the universe gives you more of that kind of energy back. So then, a pipe bursts, or you have a car problem, or, there's constantly something to keep you in that panic mode. Whereas if you trust that this is going to happen, instead of that, you come up with what the figure is that you need, and then you start going to open houses. You start looking around on Zillow because you are trusting that the right opportunities are going to walk in the door that is going to get you exactly that amount of money. And it's wild when it happens. It really does feel like, oh my gosh, it's magic. But I have watched this happen for clients over and over. And the thing is, once you trust that this is going to happen and you take action, just small baby steps, not like micromanaging action, but just small steps like looking on Zillow and going to open houses. When you start doing that, strange things start to happen. You suddenly get a raise at work, or a headhunter comes looking for a big company and they cross paths with you and it's a perfect opportunity. Oh my gosh, this really does happen every day. I had a client who wasn't even looking for a new job, but she did need to manifest money. And all of a sudden, a friend called and said, this job isn't right for me, but I think it's perfect for you. And after 3 rounds of interviews with this hiring company, she landed this job that paid $50,000 more per year than her old job. And she hadn't even been looking for another job. Things like this happen. It is not impossible. So I want to kind of wrap up here. What are things you can do to help you trust the universe? How about having a mantra that you can tell yourself when you start feeling yourself starting to panic, maybe when things don't go quite the way you thought that they should? You can say, well, that must not have been meant for me. There must be something better coming, and it's all for my highest good. Can you feel the change in your energy then? Instead of the disappointment, you are immediately turning it into anticipation. Well, that must not have been for me, but oh my gosh, something even better is coming. I can't wait to find out. It's for my highest good. Oh my gosh, you can feel the energy around you change rapidly. So another thing that you can do is be active in your baby steps. Like I said, start looking on Zillow, start, going to open houses. If you're looking for a new place to rent, go tour places. You don't even have to move in there. You don't have to pay them anything. Just go tour them and see what happens around you, because the law of attraction is simply energy, and like attracts like. So do the things you would do if you had that money or that time or that opportunity. Start doing it now. And then be present as you start making those baby steps. Be present and watch for signs. And then remember what Joe Vitale said that I told you at the beginning. Money loves speed. So when the opportunity shows up, like my client that I told you about with that job, when her friend told her, I think you would be perfect for this opportunity, she could have said, I'm really happy where I am, but thanks. Right? She wasn't looking for a new job. In fact, she liked the job where she was. But But when that opportunity presented itself, she was in the mastermind group, and all of us were going, this wouldn't have crossed your path if it wasn't for your highest good. So she went ahead and accepted the interview. Remember, you can take these opportunities that cross your path. You don't have to change everything. You don't have to accept it, but at least explore it. Put the energy there, right? All of that is trusting the universe. And if that opportunity turns out to not feel right to you, trust your intuition, but you took action on it. The universe will send you something even better for your highest good every time. Every time. This game of life is rigged for us to win. That's why you're here. So I hope you're all inspired to trust the universe, right? And if you need some extra help, please, down in the show notes, hit me up. You can do a free Q&A Zoom with me, or email me questions, or check out the mastermind. I have all that information down in the show notes, but our mastermind meets weekly. We send out all kinds of visualizations and positive energy to each person in the circle. And I promise you, all these opportunities will come to you so fast because the universe is just matching the energy. So imagine if you're envisioning this new house, plus 6 other people are seeing you walk around in it. What? Tidal wave of energy, right? It all involves trusting that the universe will provide what you're trying to manifest. And it will every time. Sometimes not as fast as we like. I totally get you. I am an impatient person, but I promise it will show up and you will realize that the divine timing was exactly right. Exactly right. Every time. Even though it doesn't happen as fast as we want for our highest good, it was better that it took 6 months, right? But because of this, that's why coaching can be a really big help to you, is because you have someone in your corner reminding you, no, keep doing this. You're doing great. You're getting closer. Sometimes we don't realize that we're getting closer because we don't see it. We're living this life every day. So having that extra set of eyes, that extra visualization of success can sometimes be what pushes you right over so that you don't give up. I'm always telling you guys, don't give up. But it's so true. That is the only way that you won't get your biggest dreams, is if you give up. As long as you keep putting energy toward it and trust that the universe has your back, it will come to pass. It will. So I'm sending you all great vibes. Thanks so much for listening today. And don't give up. Trust the universe.
Thanks for listening to the Metaphysical Manifesting Podcast with Lisa Kessler. If you have questions or comments, or if you'd like to work with Lisa to manifest your dreams, you can connect with her through her website at metaphysicalmanifesting.net. That's also where you can claim your free weekly tarot reading and manifesting tips. Make sure you subscribe or follow the Metaphysical Manifesting Podcast on your favorite podcasting site so you never miss another episode. As Lisa likes to say, we can make magic when we bring the universe into the equation. Remember, you don't have to do it alone. If you'd like more information about Lisa, Metaphysical Manifestation Mentorship, or the Manifesting Magic Mastermind, visit her website at metaphysicalmanifesting.net.